All right, so today we're just going to use this as practice. And yesterday we're doing I can factor polynomials. We're still on the same lesson, and because I made a mistake with the home plate, we're going to do some practice here in class. Okay? And those of you that were here with me yesterday during tutoring, you're going to see how some of the stuff that I did think aloud by myself. Now I'm going to show you the process for those of you that still are having difficulty with this. Okay? Here we go. Number one. Write this down, please. We got 3m, open parentheses, m plus 5, close parentheses, plus 4, open parentheses, m plus 5, close parentheses. Before you do this one, let me go over this one first. Okay? So yesterday I presented this by grouping, factoring by grouping. And I did most of the work. Like I said, it's done in your noodle. But I'm going to show you the process that goes on in my noodle. Here it goes. Look up. First things first. I'm going to scan this polynomial and find out if there are any addition or subtraction signs outside of the parentheses. Do you guys see any addition or subtraction signs outside the parentheses? Yes, right away I identify it. What does that tell me? That this polynomial now becomes a binomial. Here's one term, and here's the second term. So if it's a two-term polynomial, that means I need to find out what is the same for each term. What does each term have the same? M plus 5, n plus 5. That's going to be my GCF. That's why I only write it once, m plus 5. From there, what do I have left on my first term? 3m plus what's left on the second term? 4, and that's my second factor. So those are my factors. Factor 1, factor 2. Copy that, please. All right. So with that process, let's see if you can do this next one by yourself. Number 2. We got 16b, open parentheses, b minus 3, close parentheses, plus 5, open parentheses, b minus 3, close parentheses. Go. 30 seconds. All right, here goes the process. Do we have an addition or subtraction outside the parentheses? Yes, right here. So that means one term, two terms. What's the same for both terms? B minus 3, that's my GCF, B minus 3. What's left over for the first term? 16b. What's left over for the second term? Plus 5. And these are my factors. And if you got that by yourself? Okay, good. Let's go to number 3. Copy this one. 10, open parentheses, k minus 2, close parentheses, plus 7k, open parentheses, k minus 2, close parentheses. Find me the factors, please. 20 seconds. All right, check with the neighbor, see what they got. All right, Stephanie, what'd you get for your factors? K minus 2 and 10 plus 7K. And have you got that? I'll take that for right now. However, from once we get used to these, I'm going to start asking you that this to be written in standard form. Is this in standard form? No. So therefore, the correct one would be K minus 2 times 7K plus 10. You with me? However, if you slip and you don't write it in standard form for right now, that's fine. Right now, I just want you guys to continue practicing getting the factors for right now. Are we there? All right. So, the process one more time. Here is the addition. Term 1, term 2. What's the same for both? K minus 2. What's left here? 10. What's left here? Plus 7K. So far, so good? All right. Copy this one. Number 4. 9m squared, parentheses, m plus 7, close parentheses, plus 2, open parentheses, m plus 7, close parentheses. Find me my factors, please. Can you tell your neighbor the factors, please? Answer, m plus 7 times 9m squared plus 2. These are my factors. Hands, have you got that? Okay. So far we're doing okay, yes? Let's go to number 5. Copy this one. 3x parentheses, x minus 2, close parentheses, minus 5x parentheses, x minus 2, close parentheses. Finding my factors, and be careful with this one. It has a little slider, see if you pick it up. Go. 30 seconds. Okay, here goes the process. Do we have an addition or subtraction outside the parentheses? Yes. Term 1, term 2. What is the GCF? X minus 2. What's left over for the first term? 3x minus 5x. However, what is 3x minus 5x? Negative 2x. Bring down this one, x minus 2. These are my factors. However, whenever you have a binomial and a monomial, the monomial usually goes in the front. So this would be negative 2x times x minus 2. Factors. And once again, for right now, I'm not worried about the order. I just want you to get 2 factors. So if you give me up to right there, I'm good. So far, so good? All right. Damn, Nate. Copy this one. 3a, open parentheses, 3a minus 2, close parentheses, minus 2, open parentheses, 3a minus 2, close parentheses. This one has a little curveball. See if you catch it at the end. 20 seconds. Okay, talk it over to your neighbor, see what they got. Okay, let's see. Process. Subtraction outside the parentheses. So term 1, term 2. What do both have the same? 3a minus 2. That's our GCF. This one and this one. What's left over? 3a minus 2. However, 3a minus 2 times 3a minus 2 is written how? 3a minus 2 squared. And have you got that? Okay, good. Number 7. 5y, open parentheses, y minus 2, close parentheses, plus, open parentheses, y minus 2, close parentheses. Let's see how you do with that one. Little slider. 20 seconds. Talk it over to your neighbor, see what they got.
Y minus 2, because I remember how there was
Okay, let's see. Do we have an addition sign or subtraction sign outside the parentheses? Yes. Term 1, term 2. What do they have in common? They have y minus 2. That's our GCF. What's left for the first term? 5y plus. What's left for the second term? A 1. And those are my factors. And have you got that? Okay, good. Are we doing good? Okay. Number 8. Let's do okay, let's do this. 15q parentheses q minus 1 close parentheses plus 8q open parentheses q minus 1. Give me my factors, please. 20 seconds. All right, talk it over to your neighbor, see what you got. Paulina, what'd you get? $23Q. Parentheses Q minus 1. Hands, if you got that? That is correct. Those are my factors. Now, check this out. Here's the addition, term 1, term 2. What is our GCF? GCF is Q minus 1. What's left over here? 15Q plus 8Q. So what is 15 plus 8? 23. 23, what are you doing? Show me what fingers how comfortable you are with these. Okay, so we got this, yes? Okay, so now let's crank it up a notch. Let's go to the next level. No, it's not. Number 9. Copy this down. 2x cubed plus 8x squared plus 3x plus 12. Just copy it. And I'm going to show you something before we get started so we can make an observation. Here it goes. Look at the ones we started with. Look up, please. How many terms do we have? 1, 2. Look at this one. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. 1, 2. However, we arrive here. How many terms do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Since now we have 4, we have to group them by 2's. These 2 and these 2. That's why we group them. Once we group them, Nate, focus, we start with the first 2 terms. Focus on the first 2. Find the GCF for these 2 terms. What number divides each term? 2. What else does each term have? X. But what's the smallest one that both of them have at least? X squared. That is correct. So 2x cubed divided by 2x squared, we're left with 1x. Plus 8x squared divided by 2x squared, that is 4. Bring down the plus sign. 3x plus 12, what's the GCF for those 2? 3. We're left with 3x divided by 3 is x, plus 12 divided by 3 is 4. Does this look familiar? Yes. What's the GCF? X plus 4. And what's left over? 2x squared plus 3. Those are my factors. A little bit better? Yes? Okay. Sorry? Yeah, copy it down. Number 10. If you can do this one by yourself, 4n cubed plus 3n squared plus 4n plus 3. Very similar to the one we just did. Okay, check with the neighbor, see what they got. All right, let's see. Here goes the process. How many terms do you see? 4, so we group them in 2's. These 2 and these 2. So GCF for these 2 is n squared. So we're left with 4n plus 3. Hands we got it right there. Bring down the plus sign. What's the GCF for these 2? There is none. If there is none, then it's what? 1, open parentheses, 4n plus 3. Therefore, what's our GCF? 4n plus 3. What's left over? N squared plus 1. These are my factors. Hands if you got that. Okay, good? All right. So far, we got this, yes? Okay, but I wanted to get to this one, number 11. Copy this one, please. We got 12n cubed minus 15n squared minus 8n plus 10. All right, so 4 terms, group the first 2. However, look at this one, look up, please. On the other ones, I grouped the second 2 and I left the plus outside, right? This one we included in the second and put a little plus sign. Did everybody see that? Okay, so watch. GCF for these 2 is 3n squared, so we're left with 4n minus 5. What's GCF for these 2? 2, but since this one has a negative, so it's negative 2. We're left with 4n minus 5. So what is my GCF? 4n minus 5. And then we're left with 3n squared minus 2. These are my factors. So what do you need to remember when it's a negative? Included in the second parentheses. Yes? So home plate for tonight is on pages, and this one is correct, pages 531 and 532 only. There is tutoring. I am going to upload this video of the practice if you want to practice at home or make it a math movie night with your family. Good one, guys. Enjoy your home play. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.